McDonald's is back in the headlines again, promising new value and bringing back its extra value meals menu. But whenever a multi-billion-dollar corporation starts talking about value, the real question is always the same. Value for who? Because behind every discounted burger and combo deal, there's a long trail of marketing psychology, nutritional sleight of hand, and corporate influence that has shaped how Americans think about food for decades. McDonald's didn't just sell fast food. They sold a lifestyle, a belief system, and a financial illusion that quietly shaped people's habits without them even realizing it. For years, the Golden Arches convinced Americans that their meals were wholesome, convenient, and practically part of a balanced diet. Commercials showed happy families, smiling children, and brightly colored Happy Meal boxes that felt more like toys than food. But behind the cheerful branding sat a very different reality. A single Big Mac contains over 550 calories and nearly a third of your daily saturated fat. Add fries and a soda, and your quick meal becomes a nutritional time bomb. Yet for years, McDonald's avoided placing clear, consumer-friendly nutrition labels on their products. While grocery stores were required to list ingredients and nutritional facts, McDonald's kept customers guessing. It was like buying a car without knowing if it had brakes, except the damage showed up in your arteries, not your driveway. And the thing is, McDonald's didn't accidentally hide information. They strategically built an ecosystem where nutritional confusion benefited them. In the early 2000s, when lawsuits began over deceptive marketing and obesity, McDonald's responded with just enough changes to appear responsible without actually altering the fundamental nature of their food. They added calorie counts years after being pushed, and even then, only when public pressure forced their hand. And when they did add transparency, they quietly adjusted marketing to make unhealthier options look like indulgent treats you deserved, not choices you should understand. But the deception didn't stop at hiding nutritional information. McDonald's actively promoted certain menu items as healthy choices. Salads loaded with high-calorie dressings, grilled chicken sandwiches packed with sodium, and apple slices paired with caramel sauce containing more sugar than some candy bars. Parents genuinely believed they were making responsible decisions, not realizing that their healthier choice was often nutritionally closer to a Big Mac than advertised. This wasn't accidental ignorance. This was calculated marketing that weaponized half-truths. Behind the scenes, McDonald's used a much bigger weapon: influence. The company poured millions into lobbying, working quietly to shape federal nutrition guidelines in ways that favored their business model. They funded research studies that always seemed to conveniently minimize the health risks of fast food. If that sounds familiar, it should. It's the same strategy the tobacco industry used: fund friendly science, muddy the waters, and keep the public confused about what's actually healthy. Meanwhile, McDonald's partnered with schools, community programs, even health organizations. They position themselves as socially responsible pillars of the community, all while normalizing unhealthy eating habits for children. When you put your logo on a Little League jersey and donate to school fundraisers, it's not charity, it's brand conditioning disguised as goodwill. But perhaps their most powerful manipulation wasn't about health at all. It was about psychology, specifically how people perceive value. Remember when McDonald's made supersizing feel like hitting the jackpot? One innocent question: would you like to make that a large? And suddenly customers were getting double the fries and a soda big enough to wash a car. For just a few cents more, it felt like a bargain. But what was really happening was far more strategic. McDonald's wasn't just upselling food. They were retraining your brain to accept bigger portions as normal. Here's the part most people never realized. The average McDonald's meal today contains more calories than what most Americans ate in an entire day in the 1950s. A large fries alone clocks in at around 540 calories, more than many breakfasts and lunches combined. But the price difference between a medium and a large? Pennies. When you get 800 extra calories for 50 cents, your brain sees savings, not consequences. That's the magic trick. Regular portions began to look like rip-offs. Medium fries suddenly felt small. And once McDonald's reshaped what normal looked like, Americans followed. Value meals pushed this trick even further. Bundled items look cheaper, but compared to ordering separately, customers often save only a few cents. It was psychological more than financial. The illusion of value was enough to make people buy more food, more often. And if the upsells weren't enough, McDonald's quietly shrank portion sizes over the years while raising prices. You pay more, you get less, but the branding convinces you that you're still getting a great deal. The brilliance of it is almost disturbing. Then came the digital era. Mobile apps, limited time deals, and bonus points rewards created a sense of urgency around discounts that weren't really discounts. 20% off your order when you spend $25. Suddenly you're ordering enough food for 3 people just to feel like you got a deal. Meanwhile, a home-cooked meal for a family of 4 still costs less than 2 McDonald's value meals. Convenience got rebranded as savings and people bought it. McDonald's also mastered another powerful tool: lifelong customer grooming. Happy Meals weren't just food, they were recruitment. Bright colors, playgrounds, mascots, toys. They branded childhood itself. Kids associated McDonald's with fun, reward, happiness. And when those kids grew up, McDonald's didn't lose them, they evolved the strategy. Suddenly, adults were lining up for adult Happy Meals, chasing nostalgia like a collectible. McDonald's found a way to sell childhood back to the very people who grew up on their food. The food didn't change, but the emotional pitch did. Even the illusion of menu variety is part of the strategy. McDonald's looks like a massive menu, but most items come from the same base ingredients: beef, chicken, oil, potatoes, sugar. Different shapes, different sauces, same foundation. Limited time items? Just the same components dressed up with new branding. The McRib, new chicken sandwiches, seasonal specials, they all run on the same handful of ingredients. It keeps customers excited, while the company keeps costs low. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. McDonald's doesn't make most of its money selling food. It makes its money through real estate. The company owns more than $30 billion worth of property worldwide. Franchisees pay rent to McDonald's, and that rent increases over time. When McDonald's raises menu prices, the franchisee absorbs the blow, but the corporation still gets its rent. It's one of the most brilliant corporate business models ever created. McDonald's is a massive global landlord disguised as a fast food chain. And that brings us to one of the biggest mysteries in fast food culture: the infamous broken ice cream machines. Customers joke about it, employees complain about it, memes are built around it, but the truth is far more complicated. McDonald's uses machines that require lengthy cleaning cycles and specialized maintenance, which only contracted technicians are allowed to perform. Franchise owners pay thousands in service fees each year to keep those machines running. And every time a machine breaks, the supplier gets paid. It's a closed loop that looks suspiciously like a conflict of interest. Meanwhile, customers keep pulling up to the drive-thru only to hear the same message: sorry, the ice cream machine is down. The chaos isn't accidental, it's profitable. And if you really want to talk long-term strategy, look at the architecture and interior design of McDonald's. The colors, lighting, and seating are all intentionally engineered. Older stores used bright red and yellow because those colors stimulate hunger and encourage fast turnover. Modern stores use muted tones to make the brand feel more upscale, more trustworthy, more like a place where adults can work or relax. Even the shape of the seating, hard chairs in older stores, soft seating in newer ones, controls how long customers stay. Every detail has a financial purpose. McDonald's has even mastered sound design. The music is curated to influence pace, mood, and ordering patterns. Slower music encourages people to linger and spend more. Faster music keeps drive-through lines moving. It's behavioral economics wrapped in a paper wrapper. And that brings us to the biggest shift of all: the psychological engineering behind mobile ordering. App interfaces are designed like digital casinos: bright icons, limited time deals, point systems, interactive menus. Every tap is meant to increase the size of your order. You didn't plan on getting dessert? The app presents it like an achievement. You didn't intend to upgrade your drink? The app nudges you with visual rewards. The digital menu is no longer a list of items. It's a revenue-maximizing algorithm disguised as convenience. So when you look at McDonald's today, its marketing, its prices, its portion sizes, its nostalgia, its app, you start to realize something. The company didn't just shape fast food. It shaped consumer psychology. It trained people to overeat, overspend, and overlook. And the most astonishing part is how normal it all feels now. For decades, McDonald's has sold the illusion of value, the illusion of choice, the illusion of health, the illusion of nostalgia. But when you peel back the branding, you see what's always been true. The real cost of McDonald's isn't measured in dollars. It's measured in health, habits, and decades of engineered deception that reshaped the American diet. And if you really take a closer look, the most unsettling part isn't even what McDonald's does openly. It's what they've normalized without anyone noticing. Over time, the company reshaped the entire concept of eating. What was once considered a treat became an everyday meal. What used to be a rare indulgence became a routine habit. The slow creep of normalization is one of the most powerful tools in corporate psychology. They didn't need to force anyone to eat more. They simply made it feel ordinary. Portion distortion played a massive role in this shift. Back in the 1980s, a small soda was around 7 ounces. Today, a small at McDonald's is more than double that size. And what used to be a large would now be considered comically oversized, but customers accept it without blinking. The public didn't suddenly become hungrier. Companies simply train them to believe that bigger was standard. It's the same technique used by movie theaters with popcorn sizes or by retailers with family-sized snack bags that barely serve 3 people. McDonald's helped set this new baseline. But psychological engineering goes deeper than size. McDonald's mastered the art of choice architecture, meaning they design decisions around what benefits them the most. Every menu board is structured to push customers toward higher margin items. The eye-level placements, the highlighted add-ons, the limited-time banners, nothing appears by accident. When you think you're freely choosing a burger, you're really choosing from a curated set of revenue-optimized suggestions. Then there's the element of social proof. McDonald's doesn't just show customers eating food, they show crowds. Packed restaurants, long drive-through lines, smiling groups enjoying fries together. Humans are wired to trust what others are doing. If you see lots of people engaging with something, you subconsciously assume it's the correct option. McDonald's has weaponized this instinct for decades. Even their global slogan, "I'm loving it," is designed to sound like a universal consensus. Millions love it, so why shouldn't you? Another overlooked factor is how McDonald's uses time pressure to drive consumption. The breakfast cutoff at 10:30 a.m. wasn't just about logistics, it created urgency. People rushed to beat the deadline, ordering more impulsively. The company understood scarcity and urgency long before mobile apps made them digital. When McDonald's introduced all-day breakfast, it wasn't because they suddenly wanted to be generous. It was because they realized the demand stemmed from engineered pressure, not true necessity. And even then, they didn't release the full breakfast menu, only selected items carefully chosen to maximize margins. On top of that, there's the concept of food engineering. McDonald's products are scientifically formulated to hit the bliss point, a precise combination of sugar, salt, and fat designed to trigger pleasure centers in the brain. The fries aren't just fried potatoes. They're coated, seasoned, and cooked in oils engineered for consistency, crunch, and aroma. The smell alone is chemically crafted to be irresistible. And once you've formed that association between that smell and comfort, it's practically impossible to unlearn. Even the packaging plays a role. The bright red and yellow colors grab attention and stimulate appetite. Studies show red increases heart rate and triggers hunger responses. Yellow is associated with speed and efficiency. Together, they send a subconscious message: eat quickly, feel good, and come back again. Modern redesigns soften the branding, but the psychology remained. Instead of loud colors, they now lean on minimalism to make the brand feel cleaner and more premium, especially in urban markets. The drive-through experience is another remarkable piece of corporate engineering. It capitalizes on human laziness, not as an insult, but as a reality. People value convenience more than almost anything else. McDonald's turned that into a predictable revenue stream. They optimized drive-through tech, cutting wait times, simplifying menus, and using suggestive selling to increase the average order value. When digital menu boards adjust suggestions based on time of day, weather, or local trends, that's not personalization. It's revenue optimization disguised as convenience. But for all its psychological influence, McDonald's has another superpower: survival. The company is engineered to adapt. When the public started demanding healthier food, they added salads and wraps, items that aligned with trends but still relied on the same base ingredients. When plant-based eating became popular, they partnered with Beyond Meat for tests. When digital ordering exploded, they invested heavily in app infrastructure. Even the shift to delivery wasn't instant generosity, it was strategic. Delivery orders are higher margin because people spend more when they don't physically see prices or portion sizes. And the fees? Those come out of the franchisee's pocket, not the corporation's. Franchise economics are a world of their own. Many franchisees operate on thin margins, while McDonald's, as the landlord and brand owner, enjoys guaranteed revenue. Every renovation, equipment purchase, and menu change often comes at the franchisee's expense. That's why you'll see some stores aggressively pushing deals, while others don't. Not all franchisees can afford those value promotions, even when corporate markets them nationally. It's an ecosystem where McDonald's wins no matter what, while individual owners bear the risks. And underneath all of this is the reality that McDonald's is one of the most sophisticated behavioral economics companies on the planet. They understand patterns. They understand routines. They understand cravings. They understand how to make people feel rewarded, even when the trade-off isn't in their favor. They built a global empire, not just by selling food, but by mastering human behavior. That's the real story behind McDonald's. Not just calories or combos or coupons. It's the decades-long campaign to shape how people eat, think, and spend. It's the psychology of convenience, the economics of repetition, the engineering of habit, and the illusion of value that keeps millions coming back for more. Because at the end of the day, McDonald's isn't just selling meals. They're selling decisions, your decisions, packaged in bright colors, wrapped in nostalgia, priced for impulse, and calibrated for maximum repetition. If you found this breakdown eye-opening, make sure to subscribe, because on this channel, we follow the money, expose corporate strategy, and break down how companies shape the world around us, one value meal at a time.